Hello gold farmers, welcome to another Golden Routes farming video. Today I'm going to go over one of my routes for gathering herbs in Elwynn Forest. When I covered my guide for gathering ore, I had mentioned that I will usually save or try to get 1 to 3 stacks of any given ore. However, that is a little bit different for gathering herbs because there are so many different types of herbs. I generally just gather what I get, and then that's how I post my herbs. So if I was to stop farming herbs right now, I would just post all of those on the auction house as they are now. Ironically, I would still make roughly the same amount of gold if I were to do the same thing with copper ore. The reason why I don't like farming a whole bunch of different stacks of herbs is mostly because they would take up way too much space in my guild bank if I were to do that. I usually separate my tabs into different expansions. So if I was to farm a couple stacks of the same herb, then I would be basically wasting space holding something that doesn't sell for a whole lot. The reason why I do farm them is because they do sell quickly. I can usually sell them within a half hour to an hour after posting. And that's just extra gold added onto me flying around. A lot of times I will follow my routes, but I won't complete them. So right now, if I was to head over to Red Ridge Mountains or even Searing Gorge, I would be following this part right here for Red Ridge Mountains and I guess Burning Steeps. I would be following this top part and picking up any herbs and ores I find, and then I would send that over to my alt and put them in the bank. Having a large variety of different materials will allow you to sell more. It's kind of like transmog items. You can save 10 of them and try to sell them, and they might not sell, or you might not sell very many of them. But if you post a couple hundred transmog items on your auction house, you will more than likely start to see some sales. This route usually takes around 10 minutes, and I do recommend using the Dark Moon Fire Water. On top of the route taking about 10 minutes, you should be able to make around 5 to 7k an hour here with farming just herbs. The Peace Bloom on my server is actually selling for about 3 gold a piece, but my loot appraiser, I believe, is marking the average sell or market value, which is just under 3 gold. The silver leaf on my server is going for about 1 gold, but has a market value of a little under 3 gold, and earth root on my server is 3 gold, but market value is about 3 gold as well. I do believe the earth root is used in crafting potions that are used in different transmog items. So keep that in mind when farming earth root or picking up any kind of earth root. In my opinion, it is really fun to farm a pretty low priced material and just watch your gold go up. I do believe that is all for this guide. I will also, or I guess before I end this video, I do usually go over shuffles with the herbs. I don't do it with the silverleaf, earthroot, and peace bloom because they don't drop any uncommon pigment, but once the uncommon pigment starts dropping from herbs, that's when I usually start sending my full stacks of herbs over to my inscriptionist, so that way I can mill those herbs down and hope to get a good enough amount of the uncommon pigment to create decks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.